spray, disappear every Valentine. Acting like your phone died till the morning. Why the hell I like it?
Okay, cool. August, how we doing, man?
I'm great, man. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm really good. It's actually nice to meet you for once in on this Zoom call.
It's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, man.
So we're here to talk about your new single, "Keep Me Around." But what I want to know is, when you're making tracks like this, what do you want to keep around you to give you inspiration?
Um, a real answer to keep around is my girlfriend.
Okay.
Some Ritz cracker chips, sour cream and onion.
Okay. Okay.
Um, a good hat.
A good hat like yours, one that like that.
And all the snacks in the world.
Okay. Nice variation. I respect that. I respect that a lot. So this song was your first release with Def Jam. How was it
Yeah,
making a song with such a great record label?
it's been beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, the recording process. They have this studio over in Santa Monica in California. That's like I think Dr. Dre's old studio.
Okay. Nice.
So it's like a Universal Studio. I forgot the specific name of it,
Okay.
but I camped out of there for like 2 months working on this record, and
Wow.
there's a studio. It's like a big, super nice room, but then there's like this little small office part that's probably like 100 square feet. I don't know why, but I wanted to write in that room as opposed to writing in the big room. So I
Okay.
wrote "Keep Me Around" in the small room, and they honestly rolled out the red carpet for me, man, in a lot of beautiful ways. Like I just was able to create freely and just be me coming over to Def Jam. They've literally told me to do whatever I want to do, and I've been doing whatever the hell I want to do, man.
That's a great relationship to have, like giving you that. I mean, I can imagine, as you said, Dr. Dre's old studio, you're getting all the facilities, they're giving you that, like, that environment to get the best out of you. And from what you said,
Absolutely.
sounds amazing. Like, and Santa Monica, what a place
Thank
too.
you, man.
Um, so yeah, I mean, you're talking about the preparation for the single, and how you wrote it. Did you produce the actual instrumental? Because I think it's such a great vibe. What was
Um,
what
I
was Go ahead.
oh sorry, I was
No,
saying
no.
I didn't produce "Keep Me Around." I produced
Okay.
a lot of my records, but "Keep Me Around" was produced by Mike Wave, Rico Hendricks, and Nico the Great,
Okay,
who
well,
are
okay.
who are all my homies, who are all like my in-house guys that I work with all the time. We
Nice.
made this whole album together. They're incredible producers.
Yeah, and I mean, as I said, the track, it's just such a chill, mellow vibe, and I really rate listening to it. I mean, the lyrics itself are great, but the instrumental just really gives it that something special, extra something special. Um,
Yeah, that thing is
the
fire.
It's absolutely fine, yeah. And the song itself, you describe a toxic relationship. Is the track written from the perspective of a character, or is it autobiographical?
Biographical.
Okay. And why did you
Yeah.
feel the need to tell this story then?
I think honesty is key when it comes to making music that comes from the heart.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
that us as people need to normalize understanding. Like I think the mistakes that a lot of our parents made um, is they don't get to know their partner through tragedy or through trauma or things that may be toxic young,
Okay.
and our parents run away from people that might be meant to be in their lives for the rest of their lives,
Hmm.
but they made a childish mistake. And I've come to a place in my life where it's just like, yo, we're still kids, man.
Yeah.
We're kids. We're going to make mistakes. We're going to do things that isn't the best thing for us. But
Hmm.
are we supposed to be judged based off of that one mistake we make or those two mistakes we make, or and have to deal with that for the rest of our lives? Unless it's something that's wild and off the wall,
Yeah. Yeah. Of
but
course.
something as simple as making a mistake towards someone that can be fixed and can be healed, I think that we shouldn't have to hold on to that for the rest of our lives.
Yeah, I get it, man. Yeah, I see that. I see what you're saying. I think from myself, I have a great relationship, and in the past year I've been through a great ordeal with her. And you talk about like the ups and the downs, and you're right, like mistakes are made, and you go through hard times, and it's like it's a generational thing. That like getting through the hard times it's worth it in the end. And you said at the beginning, your girlfriend's a major inspiration. Like when you have someone so close to your heart, and you go through everything, and the rewards are even better. Do you know what I mean? Having them around.
100%.
So yeah, no, I completely get that. And you know, you've said before, don't be afraid to have emotions, and you're very articulate about how you're feeling, all your songs, about how you get that across. So what has music been to you for coping and dealing with these emotions?
Music has been a vessel.
Yeah.
It's always been a vessel. Like growing up, I come from a divorced household.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like when my parents were going through what they were going through, and me and my sisters weren't around, and it was just me and my mom, and my mom was going through what she was going through.
Yeah.
My head was in a computer making beats, writing songs, or doing something, you know?
Okay.
That was like my great escape.
Yeah, because I mean, when you were growing up, was it mainly beats that you made, or do you actually play instruments too?
I play instruments.
What type of instruments do you play?
I play piano, drums, guitar, like the usuals.
Wow. I mean, I
I play
can't
on a lot of my
anything.
records.
Okay. Yes, yeah, so, I mean, that's why I asked you about the you know, the production behind it. So no, that's okay. You're incredibly talented, man, and that does show in your music. Are there any particular lyrics in this song that, you know, when you're thinking about it, like through the press releases and through, you know, promoting it, that you think that certain lyric is still staying in my head, and even when you listen to it now?
I think it's you play victim, that ain't no surprise. Just the beginning lyric.
I think for me, it's I'll let you in because I love a bad decision. I definitely can relate to it. Why does that one stay in your mind?
It stays in my mind because that's when I said that, like the next couple lines after that is actually me saying that we're just alike.
Okay. So you're
like,
okay.
Like, so it's like it's like a projection. That lyric was a projection to me, so it sticks in my mind. Like, you play victim, that ain't a surprise. But I'm really just being like, I do the same shit. I don't know if I could curse, but I'm saying that like I do the same thing as you.
Yeah, you're both equally as bad as each other when it comes to the relationship. Yeah, I get you.
It's a blame game.
Yeah, of course. No, that is reflected throughout the song. So yeah, I mean, when I listen to it as well, I got major, and I don't know if you've been told before, I got major like sort of Frank Ocean vibes too. Like the way that you use your voice. I don't know if you've been told before, but
I haven't been told that before. But Frank Ocean is a legend.
I mean, that's what I got when I listen to it. Yeah, of course, mate. Like 100%.
Frank is a legend, man. So it's an honor to be compared to him in any way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to sound like Frank, but it's an honor in any way to be compared to him because he's done some amazing things and he's made people feel some incredible things.
I think it's not necessarily like the track as a whole, but there are elements of it that I'm like, oh wow, that's you know, that's very similar. And I mean, we said about Frank Ocean, but is there any other artists that inspire you, or is it completely you want to do your own thing?
Artists that inspire me, James Fauntleroy,
okay.
who he's a songwriter and artist. He's my favorite artist of all time.
Mm-hmm.
But the one person I will say that I wish I sounded like,
okay,
and I try my hardest to sound like, is Francis and the Lights.
Okay, I've never actually heard of them.
Francis and the Lights is this guy. He like worked with Kanye a lot. He works with Bonnie Vera a lot.
Okay, and you want to sound like them?
Yeah, I don't like when you hear the music. It sounds nothing like my music, but that's like my main inspiration through the last 3 projects I've made. And it sounds nothing like his stuff, but that's like I'm gonna be honest. I've copied Francis and the Lights a lot.
Okay,
but I've never actually successfully done it, so it just ends up sounding like what I want, like what comes out. But I love that guy.
But the thing is, you don't want it to sound the exact same. You know, you're taking
Exactly.
you're taking the best bits of him and what the best bits that he brings out of you, and you make it yourself, and that's real and authentic. And yeah, it doesn't need to sound like that, but no, that's great.
Yeah.
You've got inspiration for sure. And I mean, listen to your previous work. You mentioned your previous work too. There are similarities in your songs. I felt like for me, with your current track now, there's similarities with your track Homosexual and 21, and the way that it's so chilled and mellow. What would you say is the most accurate description of your music?
I never know how to answer this question, because it's just like,
it's ever evolving, would you say?
Exactly. It's very, very ever evolving, because
Yeah.
all those songs you named are just emotions.
Okay. Yeah.
Like
okay,
21.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
21 is a song I made that was never supposed to come out. I made it on the anniversary of one of my friends passing away.
Oh, wow, okay.
And my management and my label convinced me to put it out, because like as a beautiful expression to show love to that friend, and to just get that emotion out, which I thank them a ton for. Mm-hmm. But every song, like it's right, like everything is ever evolving, so I can't put I can't condense it in that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. Like you said that you write from your emotions, and I guess your emotions are something that is growing with you as a person. So, you know, writing 21 to now, you've grown as a person, and you're showcasing your talent in different ways, and your style in different ways.
Absolutely.
You know, I get that. And lastly, before we close into you, I watched the music video for the track, and I really like the way that it's shot. It's really artistic. But what did you want to get across with the visuals?
With Keep Me Around, we wanted to showcase power dynamic.
Okay.
And also love through the ages, which is something Ego from Def Jam came up with the concept of, like, love through the ages. And I applied that to the music video, because I write all the treatments for my videos with this guy, Jason Ano, or I write it by myself.
Okay.
And when me and Jason were doing this idea, I just wanted the power dynamic to be a female being the hierarchy. That's why throughout the visual you see everything is with her being taller than me, or me sitting down and her above me, and us standing next to each other. I have an axe in my hand, but she's still camera forward.
I see. It's subtle. It's
subtle.
Staging. Yeah. Because I really liked it when you had the axe. I thought it was really cool.
Thank you, brother.
I think it really got across your personality in a good way, even though that the actual track itself is a serious topic. So yeah, no, I really enjoyed watching that. And before we finish, the last question: what else can we expect to see from you in the next 2022 now?
We have some pretty dope features. We're dropping another record in a couple months called 500 Days.
Okay.
Then we have some singles with some really dope people. Then we're dropping an album called Seasick.
Nice. Wow. I'll be waiting for that, because if there's anything like this single, I'll be very impressed.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's some jams on there.
I can imagine. Well, no, mate. Fingers crossed. I hope it all goes well, and I wish you the best luck for the future.
I appreciate you. Have a wonderful holidays, man.
And you, man.